Hello, beautiful ones. Welcome to the January 2024 energy update. This is specifically for the collective of wayshowers, lightworkers, earth angels, basically the healers, the helpers, and the people who are really doing the work to funnel light through the cosmos, through their body into the earth, and who are here to watch, witness, and create the evolutionary shifts that are happening right now on the planet. So if you found this, that's you. Even if you don't identify with those words, you are drawn in by this energy. Hey, I'm Casey, and I am the founder of Luminous Evolution, Joy Evolution, and I love supporting the people that are here to help really feel like not only is it all possible, but we can have some fun doing it. So, we're going to tune in to the energy of January 2024 that is feeling to not just me, but a lot of us like this fresh start energy full of possibility. I'm going to be giving what I, as a like psychic intuitive, I'm pulling through from my energies, but also the astrology and the archetypal energies that are going to be presenting for us. And most importantly, what you can do to navigate these energies with more grace and ease. Because let's be real, this life right now is a roller coaster ride because there is more light pouring to the planet than ever before. It's really been accelerated since 2019, 2012 before that, and 1987 at the harmonic conversion before that. There is so much light illuminating everything that has been hidden or under the surface. And honestly, it looks like a chaotic mess because it is. But we're in the process of shifting all of that. While some things are disintegrating and being dissolved, we are building new systems and structures and templates built on truth. So as some things are collapsing, new things are being built, and it's a gong show. But if we can continue to do our inner work and become these clear channels for the energy to flow through us and then share that energy with the world, we're going to have more fun with it. We're going to have a better time with it. And every energy update I've done for the past 3 years has had this theme of polarity. So there's still this division energy where some people are experiencing one thing at one end of the spectrum, other people on the other, and some people are bouncing between the two. There is nothing wrong with you if you are feeling the intensity, okay? Because it is intense. But clarity and the possibility that's coming in this month is like so beautiful. So what I do when I'm feeling into the energy is I kind of sit, I close my eyes, and I just call in January, like, show me January, what is up? And I was really embarrassed to have to tell you what I saw for January. And I was like, oh God, don't make me say this out loud. Because it was just this like blank white space, kind of like this white room that you might see in a movie where like you're about to talk to God and it's like heaven, but it's all blank. It's like walls that are barely walls and a floor that are so illuminated with this white energy that you can really barely see anything. It's very heavenly. And I was like, what is this place? Oh my gosh, January blank slate. This is way too basic. Like, don't make me say this out loud. But then what I got was it's the projection screen. So, what is really coming in so strongly is the energy that we really are going to be projecting our own internal energy, our own internal experience into our outer reality this month, this year. Meaning, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing inside of you is going to be vividly demonstrated in the external world. So that polarity is going to be even bigger, right? If you are having this really beautiful time and you're in your landscape, you're feeling peace, you're feeling uplifted, you're feeling joyous, what you're going to literally project as though you've got like a holographic projector in your heart, like moving through, or maybe like, oh, your eyes are the projector of a movie. That's what you're going to be seeing reflected in the external world. And same if you're having a really tumultuous time, let's call it, that is then going to be projected through your experience. And we've said this spiritually for a long time, right? Like your internal state creates a reality. But what the energy was showing me was this is going to be beyond anything we've experienced before. We're always co creators. We're not. I don't believe that, like, there's literally nothing else and no one else, and it's all, just our own experience. Because, yes, there are other people the highest level, yes, we're all one, but we are fractals of that one who had an individual personality and experience, right? And we're co-creating it, we're doing it together. And yet, this month, what you are experiencing is going to be what you witness and what you see, what you play with. It's going to be your reality. So, the good news is you actually do have a lot of control if that is the thing, right? You actually get to be in charge of what it is that you are experiencing. So, there's an basically an amplification of this, which suffice to say is encouragement to continue doing your inner work, right? You're going to find the most peace this month as well in your creativity, because we are really seeing that in the energy, right? You are a creator being. It's time to own it and act like it. And the people that are going to be projecting the worst experiences from because of what their insides are people who typically don't know that they actually have a choice. They don't understand the creator feel. They don't understand how their perception and their own internal circumstances are going to be reflected in their external reality. So you have, I just want to say, I mean, advantage is probably not the right word, but you have this beautiful opportunity to remember this, right? To remember what is. And by the way, this isn't spiritually bypassing and saying that like wars and everything are because of an internal war inside your heart. No, this is more about your personal experience and how you are perceiving the reality, right? There's this um understanding we need to have that like things are, but the way that you interpret them creates your feelings about them. So your internal state is going to reflect how you interpret that. And there's this feedback loop, this cycle of how you're perceiving and interpreting what you're seeing, and that will affect how you're feeling. And then in turn, it will affect again what you're seeing. So it is little complex. It doesn't mean that things are your fault if it goes awry. Let's just take this example of, if you get into a car accident, it's not your fault because you had some inner turmoil. Your experience of the reality is going to be so based upon how you perceive it. Because you could be like, well, this is awful and I hate it and it's all my fault. And it just drags you down in this spiral. Or you'd be like, hmm, what is this teaching me? What is it an opportunity for? How can I learn from this? How can I grow? And how could this actually be the very best thing that has ever happened to me? I'm so curious. I'm open to see how this thing that seems really crappy is going to be the catalyst for my next most amazing trajectory into like magic and wonderment. Like there's this perspective that you can hold. And basically, it's about the ability to turn shit into gold. If you look back at your life, by the way, you will see that the stuff that was the hardest typically did the most for you in terms of your growth, your evolution, and oftentimes the catalyst of a new trajectory for you, right? Breaking up with your first high school boyfriend or girlfriend or partner is actually usually a thing that sets you in a direction of more alignment to an even better match, right? Just one example. So let us return. I got a little excited and carried away about all of this projection and experiencing of reality, but let's return to your creativity. The creativity is going to bring you the most peace when you remember you're a creator being. And this is creativity in all ways, right? Creating rhythms and rituals to support you in building the stable foundation that you're going to require for more creation, for more alignment, for more magic, right? Creating the deep roots are going to support you. Um, Also actually creating art. If you're not already involved in a creative pursuit of writing, drawing, dance, baking, whatever kind of art that you like doing when you're a kid, you need to get on that. It is going to help the energy flow through you instead of getting stuck in you. We all need a creative outlet or more than one. This is incredibly important right now. You can also consider making your life your art. Breathe that in for a sec. What if you could devote yourself to making your life your art? How good does it feel, right? What kind of story do you want to write? What kind of meaning do you want to make of it? What kind of lessons are you going to be able to pull through from that crappy stuff that is inevitably going to happen? How can you make that part of the hero's journey that creates this narrative arc of epic proportions? A reminder for all of us as we're creating these stories, as we're creator beings, you do get choices. And in every moment, you get to fresh start yourself. That was the worst English sentence ever. Fresh start yourself. But what I mean is, even if everything was feeling awful in one moment, you can take a breath, you can return to this creator potential, and you can choose something else in the next moment. So, this is a practice for you. I want you to every day take 3 moments, go into that blank space, that room I was talking about, that shining light, and collapse everything that is your business, your job, your relationships, your home, your outfits, your hair color, whatever, 0 point at all. And go, what is it that I would love to create from here forward? See it, feel it, dream it, imagine it, and allow yourself to rebuild what feels like it's most in alignment for you and move towards that. And you get to do that consistently every day, every moment, every time you're like, this isn't working. Bring it back to that blank slate and say, what would I like to have instead? So hanging on to anything past its expiry date is going to really harm and hinder us now. We have been talking about releasing the old for a very long time. Like, we have been doing that big release work, that big shadow work, that big healing work. We have to continue, but it's also about this present moment now and not hanging on to anything once it doesn't feel aligned anymore. Things are speeding up. It's going to happen more quickly. So let yourself move with the speed of the light that's coming in. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself dragged behind. So, as always, these archetypal energies that are going to come through in the astrology, reflecting in the sun and the moon and the stars, are also going to show what we're going to be moving through personally and collectively. So, I also, besides just giving you like my psychic feelings about this blank room and blank slate, let's talk about some of the movements that are happening. So, right now, January 1st, we have Venus in Sagittarius, square Saturn in Pisces, which is like this dreamy energy that a lot of us are feeling. But it feels like there's potentiality. It feels like this is not just about what we're doing, but if you feel into it, it's about who we are being in our core, in our heart. And the Sagittarius energy of the visionary teacher and guide is often getting really, really excited about what we can create. And it feels, when I'm interpreting this, because of course this is always my personal interpretation of it, that all of these energies working together are letting us see how easily we can turn the challenges into opportunities for growth, which is very much reflected in everything that I just said up until this point. And I had forgotten about this alignment right now. So no wonder I'm like going off about it, channeling this energy. So last year, the first 3 weeks were very dreamy, very slow, very much like molasses. But this year we have a little bit more speed, and we have Mercury going direct in Sagittarius as well. So there's a lot of perspective and witnessing and visioning for the future. And the sun is in Capricorn at this time. This is all in the tropical zodiac, by the way, which means that we get to bring these visionary plans, these visionary ideas of what it is we want to build and teach and create and do for the world, and go, how do we make it practical? How can we actually do something with this? So today you can spend the day in this dreamy energy, dreams of the future, but being in deep presence and going like, how can we create this for ourselves, but also the collective too? But then we can start making more grounded plans with action steps to make those dreams a reality on the 4th of January when Mars is moving into Capricorn. And it's like, let's get these structures and systems and steps aligned so that we can actually build something. So, this will be a fabulous time for you to look at upgrading the structures and the forms for your business and your household, your own personal routines, maybe even in relationship that are going to actually support you. So a personal example that's just spirit coming in and talking through. It's like regular date night with your husband. That's going to support your whole house and your business too. So planning ahead for that, like having something monthly that we can look forward to instead of just seeing when it happens. This is what's coming in for me. Let me know in the comments what's coming in for you. So there's going to be a new moon in Capricorn on the 11th of January, and the sun again in Capricorn. So we have this beautiful double Capricorn energy. This is boss, babe, leader, like almost prime minister energy. It's like elder building, not just for self, but for like the 7 generations to come kind of thing. So if you own a business or if you want to be making big moves in 2024 to create some legacy in other ways, you're going to want to take advantage of this energy. And that means writing things down, making long term plans, and thinking about the practical, linear, step by step processes, right? So, right now, in the dreamy energy, what do we want to create? Then we're going to be bringing it all the way down and being like, all right, what's the plan? How can I do this? What's the step by step? You can see how different this is to what the feeling of last year was. January 20th, the sun moves into Aquarius. And this I always love for the visionaries, the wayshowers, the leaders. I will say, for some of my more water sign friends, it can feel a bit dry. It can feel a bit cerebral. It can even be a little bit uncomfortable. So, what I would say for actually all of us, but spend time really meditating and journaling to pull through the ideas from the mental realm all the way through your feeling realm and into this physical reality. There is a lot of magic that's going to be pouring through all of us this year. There is so much potential, especially if you have been following along with me for the last few years and really been doing the work to clean and clear your channel so that these things can flow through you. And this is the time. This is the time where we are taking action and we're able to move forward. We're able to actually slowly at first dig the foundation, and then build the structures and the systems that are going to help co-create this new earth. And when I say new earth, I'm not thinking about some light bulb moment where there's a solar flash and there's this ascension and everything is perfect in an instant. No, no, no. My friends, that is a cop out. If it happens, amazing. That'll be a fun gift for us, a cherry on top. What I want to tell you is that we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are here, the time is now, and we are actually co-creating a new experience first through our own experience, getting rid of all those old programs and things like that from the old paradigm and coming into alignment with who we are and what we want to see in the world, and then doing the thing. So January 23rd, Venus is going to enter Capricorn while the sun is in Aquarius. It's not the most natural pairing for it, right? But if we really lean into it, if we really allow this energy to support us, it is actually one of the most supportive, expansive, and creative experiences. Anytime I feel like we can use that Capricorn energy to create the structures and systems to hold our beingness, with that Venus energy being the divine feminine, which is the flow and is the beingness, then we can create something that is tangible and practical instead of just magical and flowy that doesn't actually get stuff done. So whenever we can really round in the cosmic soul magic stuff from up here into practical, tangible form, that's when we get to create new experiences, more abundance, impact, income. We can build the new world together. We can co-create heaven on earth. It's going to take time, but like January's energy is all supportive of this. So how freaking exciting is that? The final big thing that we have happening astrologically in January is on the 25th. There is a full moon in Leo. The sun is in Aquarius. So for me, anytime the moon is full, it's this opportunity for what is there to be illuminated. And if it's no longer in alignment, we can release it. And just because it was in alignment a day ago, a month ago, a week ago, a second ago, doesn't mean it is now. Again, the energy is moving very quickly. So you get to continually examine, go, do I still want to keep this? If not, I'm going to release it. So with the sun in, or sorry, the moon in Leo, like let's look at the blocks that you might have to stepping up and owning your light, your magic, your ability to be a wayshower and a creator of the new earth that I know you are interested in co-creating with me, being part of Team Humanity. What I want to share for you is look at the blocks that are coming from your ego, trying to keep you safe, trying to get you to play it small, and also anything that might be fear of being witnessed, being perceived, being seen as too much. That Leo energy can be like really bright and shiny. And remind yourself that it's not actually doing it for you. You don't need to show up and shine so you are fluffing up your ego and inflating your sense of self. Let's release that. When you show up and shine, you are in service to the collective, to humanity. You give others permission to show up and shine yourself. So this is about releasing the blocks that you have to standing in your power, standing in your light, doing what you came here to do, which is just basically shine bright and be yourself and then have some freaking fun doing it while we're creating this new earth. This is a service. This is divine service to be a visionary and anchor that light for humanity, your heart light, your soul light. So let's get out of our own way. Use that full moon energy on the 25th to move some stuff away. And remember, it's actually a kindness now to shine as brightly as you can. It will inspire people around you. It might trigger them too. That's okay. Trigger is just a gift that you're giving someone and they can choose to heal it or not. There is so much potential here. Can you feel all of the potential energy that is coming through for all of us? I'm excited about it. But that doesn't mean it's always going to be easy. That doesn't mean it's always going to feel like flow and expansions. There's going to be hard times. There's going to be times where it feels tough. There's going to be times you need to try and you want to burn it all down. You don't have to burn it down. You get to energetically zero point it and rebuild from what feels aligned now. If you would like to have a practice of trying this out and adding in feeling what the future potentials and possibilities are for your highest timeline, I'm actually going to be walking the group through a Finding Your Fuck Yes Vision for 2024 workshop on the Friday of this week. Is that the 4th or the 5th? 5th of January. If I scroll down on my notes, I could have seen that. What we're going to do is bring you into sacred space. We will go into that white room. We will blank everything out that has been, and we're going to call forward the highest future possible timeline and bring you at the end of 2024 through energetically. And then we're going to download the codes and the keys for what it feels like, what the frequencies are, and sometimes even some practical information and step-by-step things that you can do and that you need to know, as well as things that you need to release to get to this space. You're going to energetically entrain with that future highest version of you, and then you will be able to relax your nervous system because you know that you didn't necessarily just survive 2024. You thrived, you grew, you built what it is that you were here to build this year. Everyone that I bring through this process feels more confidence, more clarity, and more excited about the future vision. So I'm going to leave a link if you are interested in joining me for that free workshop. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Mountain Time on Friday, January 5th. But there will be a replay available for that. I would love to take as many people as possible through this process so we can bring that light through the highest potentials, the highest possibilities, and use all of the astrology and all of those energies for this year to then really like write it down and go, what's my next step, and start to build it from that place. So it's an exciting time to be alive. Exciting doesn't mean easy. This is a wild time to be here. So I want to thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the work that you're doing, for the service that you're providing, and just say, we've got this. Like, we're doing it. You're still alive. That means there's still more work to be done. Let's have some freaking fun with it. So I'm sending you all so much love, and I will talk to you soon. Enjoy 2024.